Hello and welcome to A-Level Math. This is the third video in the series Parabola. In the first two videos, we covered the 8 types of equations of parabolas. Remember, y squared is equal to 4ax, x squared is equal to 4ay, and so on and so forth. And thereafter, we covered the equations with vertices not necessarily at the origin. That means vertices somewhere at alpha comma beta. In this video, we will be covering the last form of the equation of parabola, which is the parametric equation, and then we will take up some harder problems. So let's get started. Find the coordinates of the focus and the length of the lattice rectum of the parabola y squared is equal to 2mx, which passes through the point of intersection of the straight lines this and this. Okay, so we are given two straight lines and we are given that there is a particular parabola which passes through the point of intersection of this and this. So effectively what we have to do, we have to just figure out the value of m with the given condition. So we are given that the parabola passes through the intersection of these two lines. So let's solve these. So the first equation is x by a plus y by b is equal to 1, and the second equation is this. So there are many methods. So first of all, let's simplify this first equation. I can write this down as bx plus ay is equal to ab, and then I can write down the second equation as ax plus by is equal to ab. So now if I want to eliminate x, then I can multiply this equation with a, this equation with b. So what I will have is that abx plus a square y is equal to a square b, and from here I'll have abx plus b square y is equal to ab squared. Now if I subtract, I have y common, a squared minus b squared is equal to a squared b minus ab squared. So I can factorize a square minus b squared as a plus b times a minus b, and then I can take ab common over here. So I have a minus b. So a minus b I can cancel out because a is not equal to b, otherwise the two lines become the same. So y is equal to ab by a plus b. Now what I do is that I plug in this value of y in the above equation. So I get bx plus a times ab by a plus b is equal to ab. So I have plugged in the value of y over here. So that's why bx plus a times y was ab by a plus b, is equal to ab. I'm sorry. So we have bx plus a squared b by a plus b is equal to ab. Alright. So now if I take this a squared b on the other side, then what I have is bx is equal to ab minus a squared b by a plus b. If I take a plus b as LCM, then I get a squared b plus ab squared minus a squared b. A squared b cancels out. So what I am left with is bx is equal to ab squared by a plus b. So x is equal to, I can cancel 1b, so x is equal to ab by a plus b. So this is what I have. I have found out the value of x and y. Now back to the question. The question says that we have to find out the focus and the length of the lattice rectum. So I told you that we just need to figure out the value of this y squared is equal to 2mx. Inside this we have to figure out the value of m, right? So what we can do is we can just put down the values of x and y over here. So what we get, AB by A plus B the whole squared is equal to 2m times AB by A plus B. So I can cancel out one AB by A plus B. So m becomes equal to AB by 2 times A plus B. Alright, now from the very first chapter I know that for y square is equal to 2mx, my focus will lie somewhere over here. Okay, so my parabola is y square is equal to 2mx. But I know that my standard form of the parabola was y square is equal to 4 into a into x. Instead of a, we have some other things over here. So we need to convert this into our standard form. If you are not familiar with the first video, if you are not comfortable with this logic, just go and watch my previous videos. So y squared is equal to 4 times 2m by 4 times x is equal to, I can cancel this 2 and 4 with half. So 4 times m by 2 times x. So my a is effectively m by 2. So I can write this as y square is equal to 4 times m by 2 times x. So this m by 2 plays the role of a. So I know that my focus is actually a comma 0. So instead of a, I'll have m by 2 comma 0. And I know that my value of m was AB by 2 times A plus B. So my focus becomes AB by 2 times A plus B comma 0, which is actually AB by 4 times A plus B comma 0. Okay, so this is my focus. And remember, what is the length of the lattice rectum? The length of the lattice rectum is equal to 4 times A. Instead of a, I have m by 2, so it is actually 2m. So the length of lattice rectum is equal to 2 times, what was m? M was AB by 2 times A plus B. 2 and 2 cancels out. So AB by A plus B is the length of the lattice rectum, and we are done. Okay, let's take up another question. Find the focal distance of a point on the parabola y square is equal to 8y if the ordinate of the point be 11. Okay, so they have given us a parabola x squared is equal to 8y, and they want us to find a point on this parabola whose ordinate is 11. So that means, remember ordinate, what is ordinate? If I take a point alpha comma beta, then alpha is known as the abscissa, and beta is known as the ordinate. So here they are saying that the ordinate is already known to be alpha. Now we have to figure out this point. That means we have to find out the value of alpha. So let us assume that our point is anyways, okay, alpha comma 11. So let's assume that our point is alpha comma 11. Then we need to find out the value of alpha such that this point lies on this parabola. Okay, so let's just put this point on the parabola because it satisfies this, and find out the value of alpha. So alpha square is equal to 8 times 11. So alpha square is equal to 88. So alpha will be something plus or minus root over 88. But we are not actually asked to find out the point. I'm so sorry that I said that I need to find out the value of alpha. Not exactly. We are just asked to find out the focal distance of this point. That means the distance of this point from the focus. Okay, so let's first find out what is the focus of this parabola. We know that x squared is equal to 4ay has so this is the parabola which has its focus at 0 comma a, because remember that this is a parabola, upward facing parabola, so it has its origin somewhere over here. This distance is a, so this point is 0 comma a. All right, so now a we have to find out. So let's write this equation in the standard form. X square is equal to 4 times 2 times y. So x square is equal to 4ay. So this means that my a is equal to 2 over here. So my a is equal to 2 because I have written down this equation in its standard form. So my focus is equal to 0 comma a, which is 0 comma 2. Alright, now I need to find out the distance between this point and this point. So we know that the distance between 2 points is given by root over alpha minus 0 the whole squared plus 11 minus 2 the whole squared. So this becomes root over alpha squared plus 11 minus 2 9 squared is equal to root over alpha square is already known to us, it's 88. So 88 plus 9 squared is 81. So this gives us root over 169. This means 13. Alright. So the focal distance of this point is 13 and we are done. That is what that was asked. We were not actually asked to find out the coordinates of the point. Let's take up next question. The length of the latus rectum of a parabola is 18 units. Let P be a point on the parabola whose distance from the axis is 15 units. Find the distance of P from the focus of the parabola. Okay, bear with me. At the first hand, it might look a bit confusing to you, but trust me, it is not. The length of the latus rectum of the parabola is 18 units. So if I have my parabola over here, then the length of the latus rectum is 18 units. Perfect, no problem. Let P be a point on the parabola whose distance from the axis is 15 units. So let's assume that this is my point P, and they have given that the distance of this point from the axis, so that means this distance is given to be 15 units. We have to find out the coordinates of P from the focus. We have to find out the distance of P, from the focus of the parabola. So if we assume that here is my focus, then we have to find out this red line distance. Alright. The problem is that we are not given the equation of the parabola. Okay. So how to deal with it? We have to go by the very principles, because if we are not given the equation of parabola, we cannot assume that it's right-handed or left-handed or upward or downward. It can be anywhere on the xy plane. So its direction could be anywhere, and that's why we cannot assume the equation of the parabola to be y square is equal to 4ax or x square is equal to 4ay or anything, because the equation is not known to us and none of its features as well. So what should we do? We have to find out this distance. Okay, so first of all, what do? We draw these distances. Okay, so let's assume this point is P. Let's call this point where this perpendicular from P on the directrix. So this line is my directrix, and so we assume that the perpendicular on the directrix from P cuts this directrix as at M, and another perpendicular from P on the axis cuts it at N. Alright, and let's assume okay, we are given that the length of the latus rectum is 18 units. So we are given the distance of latus rectum. That means this distance, the entire latus rectum, is 18 units. Now one thing is for sure, whatever is the location of the parabola, one thing doesn't change. The thing is that remember that if we take the focus as a comma 0, what is a? A is the distance from the vertex to the focus, right? So this distance is actually a, and then this distance is my latus rectum. So one thing that doesn't change is that length of the latus rectum is always 4 times the length of the distance of this vertex from the focus. So this distance is a, and this distance is 4a, the total latus rectum. So this thing can never change. Distances never change, whatever the location of the parabola may be. So if I know that the length of the latus rectum is 18 units, that means that the distance from the vertex to the focus will be 1/4 of this distance. That means 18 divided by 4. And if I want to find out the distance from here to here, so we know that this distance is actually equal to this distance. Why so? Because we know that by definition, any point on the parabola maintains equal distance from the focus as well as the directrix. So this distance is equal to this distance, and if we already know that this distance is a, then this distance is also a. That means the total distance from the directrix to the focus, from the directrix, this point, the axis, the point where the directrix cuts the axis, and the focus, this total distance becomes 2a. That means this is half of 4a, which means that this is half of the length of the lattice rectum. So we have found out the distance of this point to this point, which is 18 by 2, half of the lattice rectum. So that means this distance is 9 units. Now if I consider this rectangle, so if this is 9 units, this is also 9 units. All right. And what about this Pn? We are given that P is a point on the parabola whose distance from the axis is 15 units. So what is this point's distance from the axis? This is the distance of point P from the axis. So this is given to be 15 units. All right. So this distance is also 15 units because it's a rectangle. Now all we need to do is just try to figure out what is this distance from S to N. If we can figure out this distance, then from right angle triangle I can figure out what will be the length of this red part. So all my problem is to figure out the distance of the focus from this point. Okay, so we know that this distance is actually okay, so what is this distance from here to okay, from here to here it is 9 units, and from here to here it is sorry, did I make a mistake? So this entire distance is not 9. I'm so sorry. Only this portion is 9. This entire distance is not known to us. This is what we have to actually find out. All right, no problem. So suppose that this distance is k, only this part is k. So this entire distance becomes 9 plus k. All right, and this becomes 15. And this we don't know. This we also have to find out. But one thing is for sure, we know that P is a point on the parabola, and we know that for any point on the parabola, the distance from the focus and the distance from the directrix remain equal. That means this distance will also be 9 plus k, because this point has a distance from the focus, and this point also maintains a distance of 9 plus k from the directrix. So that means this 9 plus k, which is the distance from directrix, should be equal to this, because this is the definition of parabola. So in a right angle triangle, we get that my hypotenuse is 9 plus k with whole squared, and my perpendicular and base are 15 and k respectively. So 15 squared plus k squared. So you see that actually the solution is not so big. We just have to figure out what the value of k is, and then we just have to plug it over in here, 9 plus k, and that will be the distance, focal distance of point P. But the problem here was the logic. We had to think a bit. We had to figure out from the basics how to get to this equation. If we are able to get to this equation, then we are almost done. So now I leave it to you as an exercise to figure out the value of k. Once you figure out the value of k, all you need to do is that just find out what 9 plus k will be, because 9 plus k will be the distance of directrix from P to directrix, which will be also equal to this red line, which we have to find out, which is actually the focal distance. So I'll proceed to the next question. Now comes the parametric equation of the parabola. All right. So what is parametric equation? Let's try to understand this with the help of a question. Prove that the point at square comma 2at always lies on the parabola y square is equal to 4ax. We have to prove that this point at square comma 2at always lie on the line y square is equal to 4ax. So let's put down at square in place of x and 2at in place of y. So 2at the whole squared is equal to 4 times a times at squared. Now let's figure out whether both the LHS and RHS are actually equal or not. So 4a square t square is equal to 4a square t square. So they actually turn out to be the same. So this means that for any value of a, doesn't matter what my value of a is, at square comma 2at will always lie on the parabola y square is equal to 4ax, and this is known as the parametric equation of parabola. So the parametric equation of a parabola is x is equal to at square, y is equal to 2at. this is the parametric equation of a parabola. Remember that in many questions you will be required to use this fact. So what you will have to do, when you will get many questions in the examination as well as in your textbooks, where you will be asked to figure out to find out some certain points on the parabola. In those kind of questions, 99% of the times you take the points to be of this format, 80 square comma 280. You assume that, okay, let's assume our required point is 80 square comma 280, and then all you need to do is just figure out the value of this t. When you are done with the value of t, you just put in over here and you will get the answer. Let's take up some questions on this to better understand the concept. The coordinates of one end of a focal chord of a parabola is y square is equal to 2ax are 80 square comma 280. So they are saying that there is a parabola, this is the focus, and this is the focal chord. So they are saying that one coordinates of this parabola are 80 square comma 280. We don't need to verify whether this point actually lies on the parabola or not, because we already know it must be. We have just figured out, we have just proved that 80 square comma 280 always lies on this parabola. So this saves you a lot of trouble. Suppose that if I was given a random point x1 comma y1, then first of all I had to put this point in this equation to find out one relation, and then other relations from other instructions given in the question. So 80 square comma 280 saves us some trouble, in the sense that we know that this point is always going to lie on the parabola, so we need not separately put these points on the parabola and obtain equation and then use that equation further in our solution. So this saves us a lot of trouble. Okay, so we are given that 80 square comma 280 is one end of the focal chord. So we have a parabola, we have a focal chord, suppose this is a focus, we have one end. We have to prove that the other end of the parabola is a by t square comma minus 2a by t. Okay, all right. So how do we do that? So we know that we have this point as 80 square comma 280, and we know that this is the focus. So let's figure out what is the equation of this line, what is the equation of this focal chord. So the equation of this focal chord will be given by y minus y1. So let's assume this is y1. So y minus y1 by x minus x1 is equal to y2 minus y1. So my y2 over here is 0. y2 minus y1 by x2 was a minus x1. So let's simplify. It can be simplified, just that 0 minus 280 can be written as minus 280. So it's minus 280, and a minus a into t square, I can take a common and then I can write it as 1 minus t square. That's the only simplification we can do. Now what we can say is that this chord should also pass through this third point, I mean the other end, which is given to be a by t square comma minus 2a by t. So we are given this point a by t square comma minus 2a by t. So now we know that this focal chord also passes through this third point whose coordinates are given. So if we can show that, okay, this indeed satisfies this equation, then we are done. But we have to actually prove that this is the other end. We cannot assume that this is the other end. So I'm sorry. So let's assume that the other coordinates are a t1 square comma a 2a t1. We have randomly chosen a point. T1 will vary. So now let's pass this focal chord through this point. Okay. So what we have, 2a t1 minus 2a t divided by a t1 square minus a t square is equal to minus 2at divided by a times 1 minus t square. Okay, so let's simplify this now. all we need to do is just try to figure out the relationship between t and t1, so that we can figure out that the other end of the focal the other end of this parabola is this. So all we need to do is just figure out a relationship in term of t and t1. So let's take 2a common. If I take 2a common, I get t1 minus t divided by, if I take a common, I get t1 square minus t square. So I can factorize t1 plus t, t1 minus t is equal to 2at by a times, I can factorize this as, okay, let's keep it as is, 1 minus t square. 2a and 2a cancels out, t1 minus t and t1 minus t cancels out, and then I can cross multiply. So I have 1 minus t square, and a can also be cancelled out. 1 minus t square times 1, because there is nothing left over here, and here we have t1 plus t. Alright, so we have 1 minus t square is equal to t1 plus t. Did I made some mistake over here? Oh yeah, I missed a minus over here and t is still left out. So I need to multiply this thing with a minus t. So on the right hand side, I'll have minus t1 minus t square. Minus t square cancels out. So I have minus 1 is equal to minus t1, or I have t1 is equal to minus 1 by t. This is the relationship between t1 and t, which we have figured out. So remember what we assumed our next points to be, I mean the other end points to be, it's at t1 square comma 2a t1. I can just plug in the values of t1 which I get from here in terms of t. So I can write this as a, what is t1, minus 1 by t, so minus 1 by t the whole squared comma 2a times t1, which is minus 1 by t. So this becomes my point. On simplification, I get a by t square comma minus 2a by t, which was the required points that we need to prove. So I think I messed up this question a little, so that's why I need to remind you this entire question once again. So we were asked to find out that if I assume that at square comma 2at is one end of the focal chord, we were asked to prove that, okay, prove that the other end of the focal chord is a by t square comma minus 2a by t. So how did we approach? First of all, we know that this point at square comma 2at is the first end. We know that the focal chord must pass through the focus. So we try to figure out the equation of the line that passes through this point and the focus, which is this equation. Now we are given, now we need to figure out this other end. So we randomly take a point on the parabola a t1 square comma 2a t1. Remember that you can always play around with the parameter t. So you can take it as t dash or t1 or anything, and then find out some relation to figure out the value of this t1 in terms of whatever is needed. Okay, so we just plug in the values of at1 square and 2at1 in place of x and y, because this point should be passing through this line. That is what is required. So if we feed these values in place of x and y, then I get some value of t1 in terms of t. I just plug in the point and I get the required answer. That is all I do. I think I just messed up in the solution part, but thanks a lot for bearing with me. Let's take up the next question now. The focal distance of a point on the parabola y square is equal to 12x is 6. So it's given that the focal distance of a point on the parabola y square is equal to 12x is 6. They have given us the focal distance. We need to figure out the coordinates of the point. Okay, so suppose this is my parabola, this is a focal chord. So suppose this point is P. The focal distance of a point P is given to be 6. Suppose this P has a distance of 6 units from the focus. So we need to figure out the coordinates of this point P. Alright. So let's assume that our point P is actually equal to at square comma 2at. But the value of a is known to us. We can find out the value of a from here. So y square is equal to 12x. We can write this as y square is equal to 4 times 3 times x. So my a becomes 3. So a is equal to 3. So my p becomes 3 t square comma 2 times 3 times t, which can be written as 6 times t. So this is the point P, but still we are not done. We have to figure out the value of t, and then we can say that okay, my P is this. So let's use this fact that the focal distance is 6 units. What is the focus? Focus is a comma 0. We know that a is 3, so it's 3 comma 0. So my focus is 3 comma 0. And this point is P is 3t square comma 60. So let's figure out the distance. The distance is root over 3t square minus 3 the whole squared plus 60 minus 0 the whole squared. So what I have done, I am trying to figure out the distance between this point and the focus, which is 3 comma 0. So the distance between these 2 points is x2 minus x1 the whole squared plus y2 minus y1 the whole squared, the entire thing inside root. So this is given to us to be 6 units because this is the focal distance, and the focal distance is given to us to be 6 units. Alright. So on squaring both sides, I get 3t square minus 3 the whole squared plus 6t the whole squared is equal to 36. If I open up the squares, I get 9 t to the power of 4 plus 9 minus 3 3 are 9 2s are 18 t square plus 36 t square is equal to 36. So minus 18 t square and 36 t square I can simplify. 9 to the power of 4 plus 18 t square, and I can bring in this 36 on the left hand side. So 9 minus 36 gives me minus 27 is equal to 0. So now if I take 9 common and cut it throughout, I get t to the power of 4 plus 2t square minus 3 is equal to 0. If I factorize, I get t square, okay, t to the power of 4 plus 3t square minus t square minus 3 is equal to 0. T square plus 3 minus t square plus 3 is equal to 0. So t square plus 3 t square minus 1 is equal to 0. So there are two possibilities, either t square plus 3 is equal to 0, that means t square is equal to minus 3, but this can never be possible, right? Because there can be no real t for which if I square it I get some negative. So doesn't matter if you take some positive value or some negative value, you are never going to get some negative value when you square it. So this possibility is omitted out. So we have t square minus 1 is equal to 0. So what we have is t square is equal to 1 or t is equal to plus or minus 1. So this is the value of t, plus or minus 1. All we need to do is just plug in this value in our point. Our point was 3t square comma 60. So if I put plus 1, I get 3 comma 6 as my first point, and if I put in minus 1, I get 3 comma minus 6, and these are my 2 points which are my answer. Let's take up another question. If a straight line passes through the focus of the parabola y square is equal to 4ax, intersects the parabola at the points this and this, then prove that x1 times x2 is equal to a square. So what we need to prove is that there is a straight line that intersects this parabola y square is equal to 4ax at these 2 points. We need to prove that x1 times x2 is equal to a square. And this line also passes through the focus. So remember, whenever a line passes through the focus, suppose this is the focus, we have always one thing that we already know. So if I assume this point to be at square comma 2at, so I already know from my previous questions that this point will be a by t square comma 2 minus 2a by t. So this I know from my previous question and we can directly use it. If not, you can do the same thing, prove this, come to this point, and then you can say that okay, these are my two ends of the focal chord. Now these points are given to be x1 y1 and x2 y2. So suppose if I take this one to be as x1 y1 and then this one to be as x2 and y2, then what will happen? My x1 will be equal to a t square and my x2 will be equal to a by t square. So what do I get on multiplying? X1 times x2 is equal to a t square times a by t square. T square cancels out, I get a square, and this is what we were asked to prove, that x1 times x2 is equal to a squared. Let's take up one more final question. If L and L dash be the lengths of the segments PS and PS dash of a focal chord, again we have a focal chord, so we can always use the fact that if I take this point to be at square 2at, then this point is a by t square minus 2a by t. So we are given that if L and L dash be the lengths of these segments, so if I assume this point to be as P, this point to be as P dash, this is what is given to us, P and P dash, and if this point is S, then this is the length L, this is PS, and P dash is L dash. Okay, so these are my two segments, this part is L and this part is L dash, we are given, and these are the focal chord PP dash, that's why these are the 2 points. If this is not the focal chord, then these need not be the 2 points. It's only valid at square 2at and a by t square minus 2a by t. These 2 points are only valid if this PP dash is the focal chord, otherwise it's not. So keep that point in mind. So we are given that L and L dash are these lengths of the parabola y square is equal to 4ax. Remember that you have to also verify this y square is equal to 4ax is our required parabola. If say for example they give us that y square is equal to 2ax is our required parabola, then instead of a we'll have to figure out something else. So we can write it as y square is equal to 4 times 2a by 4 times x, which will give us y square is equal to 4 times a by 2 times x. So instead of a, here you will be writing down a by 2. So in place of a, I'll be having a by 2 t square 2 a by 2 t, etc, etc. So you'll have to replace this a by 2. So always remember that these 2 points are only valid when I have my standard parabola y square is equal to 4ax. If this is not the case, you'll have to first figure out the value of a and then plug in these values instead of a in these points. And now we need to show that 1 by L plus 1 by L dash is equal to 1 by A. So what is L? L is the distance from P to S. What is S? A, 0. So guys, quickly find out the distance between P and S by using the formula root over x2 minus x1 the whole squared plus y2 minus y1 the whole squared. So try to figure out this distance and then try to figure out the distance L dash by using these 2 points a by t square and minus 2a by t and a, 0. So these 2 points you figure out in the same way, simplify and then just plug in the values of 1 by L and L and L dash on the left hand side, simplify and see whether you are getting the right hand side 1 by A or not. I leave it to you as an exercise. Let me know in the comment section if you are not able to do it, and you can also mail me these doubts or any of your conceptual doubts on a_level_math@yahoo.com. I'll try to revert as soon as possible. So thanks a lot guys. Study hard, study smart with A level math. Bye bye.